Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. You're watching Jace NZ's channel. Thanks very much for tuning into this video. Basically today I'm just going to run through a little few tips and tricks about the new tournament, which is the Gunners and Fox tournament, as well as how you can kind of benefit on the transfer market from these sorts of tournaments. So if we have a look at that tournament, the Gunners and Foxes tournament, you can see that you need at least 3 Arsenal players and 3 Leicester players within your starting 11 and subs, but that basically means that you can actually put them all on the bench. You don't actually need to play with any of those players. So for instance, I've been playing the tournament a few times and basically my starting 11 has 0 Arsenal and 0 Leicester City players. I've tried to basically use my best possible team, which I'm using throughout any sort of random match, exhibition match, and that involves no Premier League players at all. And then basically just stacking the bench with other Arsenal and Leicester players. So we've got that upgraded Vardy and the upgraded Mesut Ozil on the bench, as well as a few other pretty good Arsenal players, Petr Cech, Sanchez. So basically, if you are worried about chemistry and you don't want to put Leicester players or Arsenal players in your team, or you're worried, for instance, that your Leicester players aren't good enough besides Vardy, you don't actually need to play them. You just need to put them somewhere within the substitutions, and then you can play whoever you like in the starting 11. So I've been smashing for a few tournaments. Fortunately, haven't found anyone good in the packs. I've had to buy the players, the Arsenal and the Leicester players, so who I've accumulated there. But just a wee tip for you guys: you don't actually need to play the players in the starting 11. So that's the first tip. The second tip is that whenever there's tournaments and you need a minimum number of players, the transfer market is always affected by it. So if we go to the transfer market and we have a look for players, we'll have a look for gold Leicester players first. We'll set our maximum buy now. We'll set it at 2,000 coins. What comes up? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. A week ago you'd have tons and tons of players. Let's go 5,000 coins. Let's see what comes up there. Absolutely nothing. Again, you'd have so many Leicester players coming up last week for that. We'll go 10,000 coins. Anything coming up now? Again, absolutely nothing, because people actually don't have in their club those Leicester players, so they have to buy them, which means that their demand goes up substantially. We'll try even 20,000 coins. We're looking for any gold Leicester player, and finally we find some. We're looking at 20,000 coins, looks like 18 seems to be the lowest there. So if we search for, say, 17,750, there's still a few there actually, 17,250, 17,000. Looks like 17,000 is the lowest you can get to buy a Leicester player. So we'll type in 16,750 and nothing there. So a really good trading tip which you can use for these tournaments is look what teams are involved. The demand goes up significantly just for this short time period where the tournament's on. And basically if you go back and forths and try and snipe some of those gold players, just rock and roll a few times between the screens, you're looking for anything, we'll snipe him for 16,000, fantastic. We're going to make very little, I'll sell him for 16, or sell him for 17,000. I'll probably actually make basically nothing on that. So you're looking for 15,000 or below, so you can sell for 17,000, but 1650, we'll leave that one. But basically you're after bargains, because someone's going to come along and list a player for 5,000 coins because they don't realise the tournament's on, or they just don't realise that the player's value dips so much during the tournament. So that's a really good trading tip, especially if you know that a tournament's about to happen. So whether it's been announced on, say, the FIFA Twitter page or something like that, and they've announced in advance there's going to be a tournament, stock up on some players. So I know, for instance, when they had last week's Chinese New Year tournaments, they would often announce what the team was going to be early, so you could kind of stock up on the players. It'll be the same thing with Arsenal. I don't think it's quite to the same extent for Arsenal, because people generally have Arsenal players in their team, but we'll see what the lowest you can buy an Arsenal player for is. 5,000 coins with those two. Actually I probably should have got those from just seeing what the lowest is, but it's the same approach. If you see a player, so about 5,000 coins seems to be the lowest. So you'd put into your buy now 4900, and anything less than, say, 4,500 coins you'd buy and then sell straight away. 3,000, did we get him? Yep, we did. Oh, 550, should have got that one first. Damn, I was a bit sidetracked by the first one. So that's the sort of approach. I'll now sell him for 4,900. I won't make a huge profit, but if I'd got the Koscielny for 550 coins, I could have made some money. And just to prove that, oops, what is Koscielny selling for? Any less than 8? I reckon he's worth quite a bit. No, nothing there. Damn, that would have been good if we could have swiped him. 15. Yeah, so 12,000 is the low, 12,500 is the lowest there. So basically, that's the sort of thing you look out for. So I would have, if I'd bought him for 550, I could have sold him for 12,000 coins and made 9, 11,000 coins just like that. So that's a really good tip for these sorts of tournaments. Make sure you buy your Leicester and your Arsenal players. You've only got a couple of days left before the tournament ends, and then make sure that you sell those players before the tournament finishes, because as soon as that reward goes away, people will put all of those players back on the market and the prices will go down so much. So just a word of advice there. Only a limited window of opportunity to make profits using this method, but of course you'll then have the next tournament with other clubs and nations, and all of a sudden those players will go up and down in value as well. So something to look out for there. Hope you've enjoyed those tips. Hope you've had a good time with that tournament. It's 5,000 coins per win, plus the gold pack where you get 12 gold items. So it's not a bad tournament, especially if you can play it multiple times. So hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, make sure you like it. A subscription would be much appreciated, and we'll be back soon with more content. Until then, thanks very much. See you later. Bye bye.